Hey, I'm Laura and today I made a new area for filming my videos. It's a bit more out of the way and slightly more practical than using the living room like I was before. My glamorous assistant certainly seems to like the new setup. This is Katara. My youngest son was going through an Avatar The Last Airbender phase when we got the kittens and he got to name this one. Okay, today we're going to try and create some reindeer. I started with a protective base coat, and when that was dry I added a base layer of white, which I thought would help the colours in my design really pop, especially given the thinness of the blue background colour that I really wanted to use. I probably could have used any other blue in my collection, but this one is special because it glows in the dark. Unfortunately, you're just going to have to take my word for it on that. No amount of charging makes these nails light enough for my phone's camera to pick it up. I've tried repeatedly, but unfortunately my phone's camera is just not good enough. So I added quite a few layers of this blue because it is so thin, and I want to give it the best chance possible to give a strong glow. Once all the blue was dry, I added a top coat. Felt like a good start and stop point before beginning the next bit of painting the reindeer heads. I'll be honest, I was feeling a little bit nervous here. This is a practice run in order to replicate it on a friend's nails as part of her Christmas party costume. I really want to do a good job because obviously the entirety of our friendship depends on whether I do her nails good or not. I did consider using some French tip guides to help me shape the reindeer's head, but I realised that while it might make the design a little bit neater, it doesn't make the process any simpler, and if something is not simple, then I will certainly cock it up. These heads look reasonably head-ish. Now for the antlers. I used a striping brush to try and get thin and delicate lines. I managed to make perfect lines on the paper I was testing it on, but it didn't translate well to nail. Still, it's better than if I'd have tried to use a cuticle stick, right? While I had cleaned out my striping brush, it was really tricky just using the end of it because I felt so far away from the tip where I needed to be. But none of my other brushes had that delicate ability to swish along a nail. In theory. Not in my hands, obviously. This one didn't turn out too bad. I got a thin line for once, and I think it's the first time I've ever done a thin line. I think once I finish painting animals and stuff, I might have a go with just some sort of geometric-y line patterns without using vinyls. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I don't know. I'll have fun trying. Try to add some more detail because I've seen a reindeer before and I know this is exactly, totally what they look like. I was feeling a bit ambitious at this point, and I wasn't gonna originally. It was not part of my plan and my step-by-step process. But I thought, you know what? Let's give them ears. It's stupid, right? Giving something ears shouldn't be a huge, whimsical, let's go in this direction. I'm going to be reckless and rebellious today. Yeah, painting on ears did that with me. Okay, once the face and the antlers were dry, I used the dotting tool dipped in white nail polish to do the eyes, and then dip in the tool again in black polish for the pupils. I used the same size dotting tool each time, which I hoped would fill out the eyes a little bit better and make them look rounder and cuter. It might have worked as well if I'd have actually got any of the nail polish where I wanted it to be. For their noses, I used the dotting tool again, dipped in black polish for most of the reindeers, And I used my special sparkly red polish for Rudolph's nose. I really wanted to give Rudolph a glow-in-the-dark nose, but unfortunately of the 2-3 glow-in-the-dark polishes that I have, none of them are red, or would mix well to be red. Actually, can you mix nail polish? Can you do that? Is that a thing? Okay. We had to do a bit of cleanup, although, to be fair, I think the ratio of polish on the nail and on the skin is definitely going more in favour of the nail. I don't know if I'm getting neater or I'm just doing less messy designs, but I don't seem to be getting it quite as much on my nails as I did before. And here we are, done! My own little herd of reindeer! Ah! This isn't a bad amount of mess for 2 hours of work. This is our other cat, Daisy, named by my eldest son. Okay, this is cute. I'm feeling a bit more confident that I can do this again on someone else's nails. And I would probably do a better job on your nails, Wendy, than my own. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you for helping me raise a herd of reindeer of my very own just in time for Christmas. If Santa's not going to come through on the unicorn thing, the least he can do is give me a reindeer, right? Preferably the magic ones. Please feel free to subscribe and stick around. I've done more videos kind of like this that I'm thinking are getting a little bit better each time, hopefully. And I'm bound to do more videos like this in the future if you stick around, so join us. Bye!